What's going on, Pyros? Welcome back to the channel. Vexpyro here, back at you with another video. Another installment in our blind ranking series, and once again, we are joined by Luke from Backyard Fireworks. How's it going, sir?
Going good, man. Going good.
It is an honor to have you here. I appreciate you coming on to do this. Excited to see your choices inside this category. And once again, your category today is going to be 200 grams, all of which have come from your top 5 200-gram videos on your channel. So you should know these cakes. I'm excited to see where you rank them. I know you're a big 200-gram guy, so I'm excited to see where you put them versus, the other ones that you've done. So
All right. Yeah, let's get into it.
yeah. Thank you again. And yeah, let's get right into it. Your first 200-gram cake is going to be Neon Eagle from Pyro Diablo.
Ooh, Neon Eagle. That's a good one. That's an interesting cake with that one because that one has really big breaks.
Hmm.
And what I've noticed with a lot of Pyro Diablo cakes, especially like their 200-gram cakes, um, their breaks are loud and they break lower. So, if you want something that, seems real loud and appears to be really big. Those Diablo cakes are perfect. And Neon Eagle, it's no exception to that case. I'm going to put that one right in the middle. I'm going to put that one at number three. Because it's a good cake, got big breaks. It feels like you're lighting a 500-gram cake, honestly, when you're lighting it. I like to say it's kind of like a mini Noab, or kind of like the breaks are, real big and huge, and it's a 200-gram cake that, generally speaking, is under $20 in a lot of different locations. And I'm gonna put that right in the middle at number three.
Yeah. Pyro Diablo on the 200s is kind of, they've really nailed that market. Even the tiny ones they do, the little T-Rex, Mr. Red, the little dinosaur cakes they do as well are just,
Yeah,
they're hitters for their size and at a good price.
they are.
The only
They were.
downside I would say, or I've ever heard from those cakes, is now they do go low. They are loud. Maybe the brakes are a little sloppy, but I think they more than make up for maybe not having the most symmetrical brake with the sound that they put into it. And they also offer
So,
good color on those cakes as well. I can't,
yeah.
the only downside I would say on any of them would be the sloppiness of the brakes. But if they're pounding that hard, I don't know how much, how beautiful it's got to look when it hits hard. So.
Right. Absolutely. That's a great point.
All right. Well, your second cake is going to be Salute to Summer from Bright Star.
Oh, Salute to Summer. That one has really pretty breaks, and I believe that one has a lot of red, white, and blue.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
all red.
um,
It's got like red, white, and blue mines up
yeah,
to red, white, and blue breaks. This is one of my
yeah,
my more favorite 200 grams for the red, white, and blue aspect.
yeah. I think I'm gonna have to put that one at number two, and especially for the fact that this year's 250th.
Hmm.
I love the name on that one too. Actually,
Oh yeah,
um, I just something about it. I love the wrap, the colors. Um, It's just a great all around cake. I'm gonna put that one at number two. I
yeah.
was tempted to even put it at number one, but I'm gonna leave it at number two, and have the number four, five, and number one slate open.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the mines too with that when it pops out and there's red, white, and blue mines at the
Hmm.
base. It's such a pretty effect.
Yeah. All right. Well, Salute to Summer goes in at number two. Your number three is going to, or your number three 200 gram is going to be Silver Screen from Brothers.
So silver screen. So if a lot of people watch my channel, they know that's one of my favorite cakes of all time. I
Hmm.
love the comments. I love the crackling in that cake. I love how it kind of teases you at the beginning and then hits hard at the end. So I'm gonna have to put that one at number one.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't disagree with that.
that's
It's a really solid cake, and it's a classic.
It is a classic. Yeah. That's one of my favorite cakes of all time. It's nostalgic for me. The price point is usually pretty generous,
Mhm.
and I love the mix effects in there. The comments are just so pretty. I love that cake.
All right, Silver Screen going in number one. You've got the four and the five open. Your number four cake is going to be Raging Willows from Raccoon.
Raging Willows, man, that one is another good one. hits hard. I love the breaks in that one. I'm gonna probably put that one at number 4. I love the Pretty Willows in that. Obviously, the name says it all.
Hmm.
And this is kind of a 200-gram cake. When you light it, like if you were to blindly light this cake and ask like pyros, like, "Oh, what do you think this cake is?" You know, a 250 or a 200-gram cake, a 350 or a 500. I bet most people would honestly say like 350 or even a 500-gram cake because the breaks in this are so big for a 200-gram cake and they're so pretty. I love the willows. And it's a tall cake too. It's such a
It's
pretty cake. I'm gonna put
one
that
of the
one
bigger
for
200 grams out there as far as size wise that you're going to find, under compliance, under the 200-gram break.
exactly.
One of the bigger ones you're going to see. It definitely, when that one's on the shelf, it definitely outsizes most of the other cakes
Yeah,
around in that category. So.
absolutely. Yes, I 100% agree with you there for
Yeah.
sure.
All right. Well, your number five cake, or your fifth cake, which is gonna go in your number five spot, is gonna be cherry bombs from Winda.
Cherry bombs. This is kind of another cake that's kind of similar to Raging Willows in the fact that the breaks are pretty darn big.
Hmm.
It's a great cake too, and that's gonna yeah number 5 for that one.
And good,
Yeah,
it's got the red and the white, I believe, on that one, and they really show up on that cake, and like you said, very big breaks for that one. There's another uh, pretty big size 200-gram for the category. It's a not a small cake by any means.
no, no, definitely not. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. I do love, like I said, how big the breaks are. I love how the reds in it. It just glistens so well, and the breaks really hit hard in that cake for sure. I
Hmm.
do like that.
All right. Well, that's your list. Knowing that, is there anything you would change on this list?
So actually, yes, there would be. So I think I would leave Silver Screen and Salute the Summer 1 and 2. I think that one, those two are the ones that I would leave. Where I would switch it up, actually, I would move Raging Willow and Cherry Bombs up one. So I would have Raging Willow at 3, Cherry Bombs at 4, and I think I'd scoot Neon Eagle down to 5. And mainly the reason for that is kind of like you said, sometimes the brakes aren't as symmetrical. On the Neon Eagle, it's still a wonderful cake, but the Cherry Bombs, those brakes are dang near equivalent of Neon Eagle, and they go a little higher and have a little more prettiness to them, in my opinion. And Raging Willow, I'm a sucker for willows. I think everyone is, but I'd put that at number 3. I think right behind Salute to Summer. So a little bit of adjustments, but one and
A
two
lot
for
of
sure. I
movement,
think.
and that your list is almost verbatim to what mine would be. The only difference for me would be
Yeah,
switching your 2 and 1 just because I'm such a big fan of the red, white, and blue. But those 2 at 1 and 2,
yeah,
Silver Screen and Salute to Summer, exactly where they need to be. And honestly, even between the Raging Willows and the Cherry Bombs, they're so close that 3 and 4 spot is exactly where they would be. And as good as Neon Eagle is for me, it would also be at 5, just like you said, because of the breaks and frankly almost the size comparison. These other 4 cakes are almost like a league of their own compared to that one.
they
It's
are.
really solid, great cake, that Neon Eagle, but compared to those other ones, yeah, I agree with you on what your changes would be. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think that I need to relight the Salute to Summer again because the mines and the breaks, especially for this year for the 250th and on a
mhm.
Saturday, that one is one that everybody needs to have in their show. It's usually affordable, and if you want something that's red, white, and blue, I don't know if it gets better than that, honestly.
Yeah, I've got a half a case of them. I'm gonna split a case with the buddy. I've got a half a case of them coming and can't wait to light them this year.
Heck yeah, I can't wait for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Luke, I appreciate you joining us again, man. This has been an absolute blast. We'll have to do it again.
Absolutely, for sure. And this was a fun ranking as well. I love doing these 200-gram rankings and can't look forward enough to the next video and the next rankings.
Yeah, yeah. Go check out Backyard Fireworks. Link will be in the description below. And let me know what else you want to see on this, who else you want me to see on this. And Yeah, that's it for now, Pyros. Until next time. X Pyro out.